started. Okay, what do you like most about being a professor?
I definitely like interacting with students. I like making, I've got something in my hair. I like listening to that. I like making connections with students, especially my SI leaders. I think I make really good connections with my SI leaders. And then I have the regulars that come to office hours, and I feel like I make really good connections with them. And then I get repeating students. So someone who, sometimes I'll have someone take me for Chem 1A, 1B, and 150, which is great. So yeah, that's my favorite part.
Okay, what is your least favorite or the hardest part about being a professor?
I hate the end of the semester. I hate, at the end of the semester, that's when everybody worries about their grades. And now everybody who's not doing well, they want to come talk to me to see how they can improve their grade. And unfortunately, there's no time left to improve their grade. And most of them, the grade is too low to get it up to a C by the time the semester ends. So I would say, end of the semester, procrastinating students.
Was your plan always to become a professor?
No, I was going to go to med school, but I changed in college. I was going to go to med school, and then, because I think we talked about this before, but I was going to go to med school, and then my junior year, I took the MCAT. That didn't go well, and I was shadowing a doctor, actually working with a doctor on a research project, and I felt like she had no time for her family, so I decided I was going to go to graduate school instead to teach, because I was a tutor in the athletic department, and I was a facilitator for SCOP, but it's called HCOP here. And so I had to change everything. I had to figure out how to do the GRE and write my personal statement, and I went to graduate school without really knowing what I was getting myself into. But I did, and I always did want to teach, because if you go to graduate school, you could work in industry, you could mainly do research, or you could teach. And so the school I was at did not have like a TA position, so I had to seek out my own teaching experience while I was there.
How did you end up at Fresno State?
Well, I went to school here as an undergrad, so my family is here, and I went to Virginia Commonwealth for my PhD program, and my husband also went there for med school. So then when he finished and I finished, we went to LA. We lived in Orange County for his residency program, and I taught at Azusa Pacific. And then because the cost of living was so high in Southern California, we moved back to Fresno. And my husband got a job here at Kaiser, so then I applied for a job here.
Did you get your master's first, or did you go straight into a PhD program?
Went straight into a PhD, like I said, so I was a little bit lost when I started my PhD program, because I had not done a lot of research. But it was still the best thing. Like, not doing the master's was a good thing, because I was able just to go straight into a PhD program. So there was a big learning curve, but then once I got that, it was fine.
I know we've talked about this before, but what kind of research did you do?
Oh, I did my research on LDL, which is low density lipoprotein, which is considered bad cholesterol. LDL is considered bad cholesterol. It's what they check as you get older and you go and get your cholesterol checked. You want your total cholesterol to be low, you want your LDL to be low, and you want your HDL to be high. And so we study the structure, because it is a lipid and it's a protein. So we studied the structure of LDL, and to see how its structure changed in composition, when its composition changed, and then how that affected heart disease.
How long did you spend in college total, so undergraduate and PhD?
So 4 years for undergrad, and then 4.5 years for my PhD. I did have the added stress that my husband was graduating from medical school, so I completed all of my in-lab and schooling and stuff in Virginia, and then we both moved back to California when he was done, but I did all my writing for my dissertation from California, and then flew back to Virginia to do my defense.
What kind of chemistry do you think you have the most knowledge in?
Well, my PhD is in biochemistry, but I really love general chemistry, which is like the inorganic chemistry. So I don't know, I would say the general Chem 1A, 1B is definitely what I think I have the most knowledge in.
What was your favorite chemistry subject to learn about?
Okay, so I went to school here and I loved Chem 1A. I really did. I had a great teacher, Dr. Frank, who is retired, but I think he was a great teacher, and so I liked Chem 1A. I don't know, that's probably it. I liked biochem, but I don't think I learned a lot in my biochem class. I took the lab too. My final was, we all went to lunch. That was our final in biochem lab. So I don't know that I learned a lot, but I knew I liked biochemistry in general. That's why I decided to get my PhD in it.
Would you ever consider doing research again?
No. I know that's terrible. I don't know what this should be recorded. I don't like research. I didn't like it when I was doing my undergrad, and if I was going to do research, we have several faculty here who do educational research, and that would also be what I would do. If I was going to pick a research topic, Dave Frank did it when he was here, and now it's Dermot Donnelly does it.
I'm joining that research group.
Okay, yes, and so that if I was going to do research, it would be educational research. It would be how to better teach science at the elementary and secondary level. Like the physics also has like their physics outreach, chemistry has their outreach. I would have done something like that if I was going to do research.
And I believe that is all my questions.
Okay, great.